All right. Welcome everybody to episode 66 of Overdriven Podcast, ODRL Podcast. Joined this week by Hendrik. Welcome back, Hendrik, after missing last week.
Thank you, thank you.
Happy to have you back. And then, as always, joined by Bren. What up, Bren?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. This week we got a little talking about little Martinsville action. You know, we had some questionable thoughts last week how Martinsville gonna go. From the Premier side of things, the NXT side of things, and the truck side of things. But overall, it was a good experience. You know, as short track bumpers, short track tempers. We'll talk a little more. We'll talk a little bit Bren's issue with the 7 car, just a little bit. But overall, it's a fun experience. Bren, what was your overall feeling towards the Martinsville Premier race?
It went a lot better than I expected. Because halfway through the week, dude, I would have said I would have been happy with a top 15 or top 20. Like, it was genuinely that bad. I figured out something by actually watching my team owner's point of view on Sunday night, and it really taught me a little bit of things about throttle, where you should throttle up, and I learned a ton by watching him. Got my settings right, and on Monday I felt really good. I felt like I ran around where I usually run, which was surprising
Mhm.
because I hate Martinsville. I will continue to say this. I had to change all my steering range, all my brake, gas. I had to change everything for that track, so it was completely different from my normal settings. So I had to get used to it, and overall, it was fun. And surprisingly, we were able to pass. I don't know how or why Martinsville. I felt like throughout the week we weren't able to be able to pass, but you were able to pass at Martinsville, and that was the most surprising thing to me. Because we run tracks. What's another track that was really tight that we run Nashville? Not
I mean,
really.
you got a gateway.
Gateway, yeah. Gateway we were not able to pass, but I think that's because the outside lane was dominant. I feel like when the inside lane is dominant on this game, it's way easier to pass based on what I've seen, because the outside you can defend a lot, whereas on the inside, you can't really defend if they get inside of you, and there's no outside lane. So Martinsville overall was pretty fun. I felt like bumpers were pretty in check overall. Sometimes I got scared from people behind me, but I felt like it was pretty solid, and for a Martinsville race, it was meh. It was decent. It was a pretty good race, to be honest. We had some good racing. We had some unique strategies, by the way. Shout out Valley.
Yeah, he that was amazing to see. I think he pitted. What
Early.
was you can go into it. You can go into the strategy because he was on your team. You know more about it than we do outside from outside looking in. But they even people try to even save that final run and still weren't able to beat Valley. So go into what Valley did to claim that first victory. You know, they're all.
Based on what I've heard is that I know what he did in particular. He pitted super early, so he did a two-stop strategy. So he pitted at the beginning of the stage, or decently he pitted for he was the first guy to pit, so he wanted to gain time. So he gained time because obviously we had to save a little bit. was stage 3. How many laps was it again? It was
120, I think.
120.
120, yeah, 120.
And I gotta remember, it was it 47? No, Fiorum was 48 to 53. So he was just going, I think, was it 40, 40, 40? Maybe? I think that may have been, I don't know the
Okay.
exact strategy, but I know he did 2 stops, and he just capitalized on having the fresh tires, because tire advantage was kind of crazy. If you had like 10 lap fresher tires, you were just so much quicker. Long run, it kicked in the long run, because I also did it at the end of the stage, and if you just have fresh tires compared to old tires, you're gonna gain. And he marched the field like through traffic and everything. He just honestly, he drove through traffic very well, and I think that's really what won him the race. Able to get through people, because if he wasn't able to drive through lap traffic, he had a good handling car based on what I saw, and he had to drive through traffic. I let him by. I had to, because he was way quicker. And overall, I mean, he just had the best car. I think he had the best handling car out of the 4 of us on my team, and then he was able to just leap everyone just by having fresh tires. I mean, that's all to it. I mean,
I agree.
I
He was
don't
the class of the field. He was the class of the field
exactly.
by a mile.
You can only
Uh,
do that if you have the class.
going into the going into the race, we heard about his speed dominance there, and he showed out. No issues with him. Nothing overall. No drama whatsoever. But I'll start with Hendrick here. Going into a Martinsville's premier race as a Cup series, as a Cup series in general. Could you believe coming out of it? Could you believe Bren had some issues?
No.
Damn.
You didn't believe that Bren had any issues. You didn't hear.
I'm
You
saying
didn't.
that sarcastically. Obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Bren. Let's get into that. Okay. So you had one little run in. I'm gonna say one. The second one is up for interpretation. And I'm leaning towards your side, even though I own the car, who was in question. What happened going in with the Savage? We know your history. We know you quote unquote might have cost them a championship at the Homestead finale in season I think 9, in pit
That was a while ago.
entry, and so there's been a little rivalries probably since then. And so what was your issue with Savage at Martinsville?
There's not really an issue for me. I think he has an issue with me right now. The first incident, obviously, I will say I did kind of not speak a little bit, and for the first incident. Now, I will say this, I only speak really when admins call me out, or I try to, but obviously the first incident was my fault. I know what happened. I just mistimed it, got into him, spun him out, and we both wrecked. So that was my fault. So I can understand being mad about that. But the second incident, I think it's like you said, it's up to interpretation. From my point of view, on the first one was my fault. The second one, he got loose from up top, came down. I was there, spun off my nose. No one hit him, and it kept it green. That's how I viewed it. If he viewed it differently, now he wants an apology. But during the race, I don't talk at all in general. I just don't unmute myself. I only unmute during cautions or obviously when admins. So that is something that I do. It's just I don't like talking during the race that much. I used to do it all the time, and well, I just don't like doing it. I like to communicate with my team. So yes, I can take ownership of the first incident, but the second incident, like I said in the Discord, it was a racing deal. I mean, both were racing deals in my opinion, honestly, but as I was a little over aggressive, got into him. But I think both were racing deals. I'm sorry about that. The first one, second one was, yeah.
So that's
I mean,
your apology right here. Do you want to apologize to him?
for the first incident, yeah, I can apologize for that. I'm sorry about that. That was my fault. I mean, it was a racing deal. I got overly aggressive, got into him, and that was the first caution. I mean, it's Martinsville. I'm gonna make mistakes. Yeah, I mean, it's Martinsville. It was learning the track, got him
Short
in
track
him.
tippers.
Yep, and we also moved to the field, honestly. I mean, me and him both restarted like I think 22nd in the back, and we both got like near the top 10 after the next caution. So it's just I understand why in the third stage he'd be a little angry. I'm just confused on why he's that mad a little bit. I can apologize here. It's just like I don't know.
I think it's a buildup of a bad couple weeks. I think he had some bad luck the week before. He wrecked, didn't get the finish he thinks he's deserved. Again, this week it was early issue. I don't think he felt like he got the finish he deserved. But I don't think I think he obviously you are a rookie, not a rookie on track.
Not rookie anymore.
Premier series, but you're still a rookie to him, and he feels like you were a type of person that he can take his anger out on and show his displeasure. And you're just wrong place, wrong time, in my opinion. But it happens. Short track, no harm, no foul. We'll move on to next week. No big issue. Shout out to Valley. It was a dominant race, top to bottom. It was just both Premier and NXT were dominant from one person. Valley was Premier. Then we'll move on to NXT now. Straight up Andy, AMC was phenomenal. Fastest car by a mile. There's a couple Premier level drivers who were able to hang with them for the most part, like Impact, as you said. You learn from your team owner. You learned well from him. There's a lot of people who could step up. Irish is up there a lot too. And it was just I think he lapped everybody but 5 people. It was a dominant effort from Andy. So shout out Andy for getting his first. I think it's supposed to ODO race, but it's definitely his first NXT win. So it's phenomenal effort from him. And great job from NXT. They're doing a great job over there. Her plan is to get back to Xfinity cars next season, and they're doing everything they can to lead that charge and doing great races. The most cautions we had this week, I think, was 5, and that was Premier Series. So that was great to see. But Hendrick, we'll move on to this Truck Series. This probably was the best race in general over the weekend. Even though it came at expense of you leading with 2 to go. But the finish overall was really good in my opinion. I know it was a lot of tempers and a lot of short track bumpers being used. But what was your overall experience in that final couple laps of that Truck Series?
Final couple laps. I think that whole thing got set up because of the restart choosing, like just choosing what lanes to be in. I took a chance and picked the outside. I didn't know if it was going to be successful or not, but it just worked out for me, at least for that portion of the last couple laps. But yeah, I was battling Zay. I don't know exactly what was going on my inside. I don't know if EXO just got desperate and bumped Zay, or if Zay drove the turn. But I did get tapped there, and that was the difference maker. That got EXO by. That win's coming. It really is.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know when. But yeah, that one stung a little bit initially.
It stunk a little bit, but you had a great truck the whole night, and I was like, okay, I'm in a position up top, leading, and if I can keep this truck safe, I'm gonna go away with a great victory here, which you did. I think you got top 2, right? You finished second.
Yeah, I got second.
Yeah, so you got a top 2 finish out of it. Yeah, from my vantage point, it was definitely. I don't know if EXO made contact at all, but I think he saw the opening. He took the opening, knowing that laps were running down. Zay might have either, if he didn't have contact, he overcorrected himself and braced for the contact, which in result got you in contact with you on the outside to make the corner. So I think it was a jumbo effort. I think EXO might have forced the issue, knowing it was 2 to go. Nobody wrecked, so that's always good to see. Nobody spun, cost himself any big points or whatsoever. And overall, it was a great race. I think we had 4 cautions. Last one happened, as you said, I think with 8 to go, 9 to go. Had a couple laps of caution laps to make sure we got everybody in the right position, rights everything. Had that 4 to go, 5 to go sprint to the finish, and probably the best finish of the weekend because Pat last lap passed for the lead, and EXO got his first Truck Series victory of the season. But I think a little desperation from Zay, a little desperation from EXO added to that. 3 guys, including you, going for that first victory of the season, trying to officially lock themselves into the playoffs. That starts in a couple weeks. So yeah, very good race overall. I'm very proud of Truck Series. It's been probably the best series in general, startup series that we've done so far, and it's been very great. Very proud of everybody in the Truck Series. But besides that wrap up, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about from those 3 races, or anything stands out in general?
I got my second ever bracket win.
That's true. Yes,
It's my-
Ben did get his bracket. Him and Kate Therms
my
had a nice
second
little
one.
battle. Your second one, that's right.
Yeah, NXT.
Got your bracket. You won the NXT one, and you came into Premier and got the bracket win for Premier. Were you looking where Kate Therms was the whole third stage? Were you keeping an eye on? Were you asking your party where he was? What was your thought process on getting past Kate Therms that final stage?
Man, I actually going into the night, I thought K Therms he qualified very well, and I'm like, this is gonna be really competitive. We're gonna be near one another all night, and then he either had an incident or something, and it basically lapped him. So all night, I kept an eye on him, but when I saw I lapped him in stage 3, I'm like, I think it's over. I was like, I think it's over now, unfortunately. But K Therms, of course, has been good all season, and unfortunately at Martinsville, I had a bad night, and I was able to capitalize. Overall, I mean, it was a fun thing. I got really lucky. I feel like in my choices, especially at Chicago, I felt like I ran my worst race there and somehow advanced. And then the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I was able to secure top tens and just get lucky, to be honest. And
Mhm.
I'll take it. I mean, it was fun. I love it. I get some money that I can put in my savings account, so that is fun.
There you go.
And
Thank you,
overall,
Impact.
yep. Thank you, Impact. Appreciate you for all the money that you've given me this year. I'm
Yep.
joking.
But
It hasn't been that much.
congratulations on your bracket win. Well deserved. It's a nice little thing we have in the regular season to give us a little thing to root for
Winner or
and
something.
edge on. Winner in something. Yep.
I choked
Uh,
away a win earlier this year, so I needed something.
yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, but overall, very good. I was very happy with the week. It wasn't a Heat Martinsville situation. Everybody
Dude, that
showed
sucked.
out. Green flag racing. I was very proud of everybody. As a league in general, showed up, did what we had to do. No really complaints from me whatsoever. Nobody really stood out to anger me or piss me off, or no penalties this week on a Martinsville race, which is very good. So very happy about that. And very proud. As a league in general, we're in a good place. It's gonna start picking up with tampering period opening up Monday night after the checkered flag of the Premier Series race. So it's gonna start ramping up some rumors and some people being looking for future and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting couple weeks. But I'm proud. We got the playoffs coming up. One more race, and then we start the playoffs. And then we got an off week, not really an off week for the Premier and Premier guys, but got an all-star race that we're looking forward to, Rocky Faith Classic, coming up during that quote-unquote bye week that we have off for the NXT on that Sunday night for Super Bowl. And then Truck Series has the only race that week, and we are at Michigan, and that's the only race of the weekend. So it's going to be very interesting besides the all-star. But that is the first playoff race of the season. Will be that Michigan truck race next weekend or after in 2 weeks. So it's gonna be very interesting. But we'll get into the podcast questions now. If anything stands out, don't be afraid. Let's see. Do y'all think Iron Man actually wins another plate race again this week? if he runs both races, do y'all think he sweeps, or what's y'all expectations this week for the Ironman and his how he loves his plate racing?
Hendrik, do you want to go first?
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he wins one. I
Yeah.
don't think he wins both. That's just my opinion.
I agree, especially when you're gonna have a couple guys get a little desperate. And Ironman's not in the mode to be desperate because he has his locked in top 5, points situation for NXT. So he's not going to be really, really desperate. I think his focus, especially as a team owner, is to get somebody who's outside looking in, maybe even the top 8 looking in to get them better points so they don't have to race so hard in the first wild card race. But yeah, I mean, I obviously see I think he's a big favorite to win the NXT race if it's all smooth and sailing. But what do you think, Bren?
For Iron Man,
Yeah.
I think he'll have a chance. Iron Man, you know how he is on Super Speedways. He's very good. He won Atlanta for NXT. I think he'll be up front with a chance within 5 to go. It's just really who does he have around him, and yeah, I think he'll maybe get one. I think he'll get one, like Hendrik said. I think he'll get one this week. I don't think he'll be Premier, but he can maybe get the NXT one.
I agree. I definitely agree. It'll be something weird though, because Iron Man. It would be something weird with Iron Man though. He probably wouldn't win NXT, but then somehow would win Premiere if he showed up, just because that's how that's how it crumbles sometimes, and might be less chaotic on the Monday night than it is the NXT. But so I could see something like that, and it could be very interesting. I don't see both, but there's obviously a chance of one with him being one of the better plate racers we have. But time for our next question. Who is most likely to win their way into the playoffs in each series that is currently out? B13 would probably be my guess for Premier. I think he's the one that's on the outside looking in. Now that Extreme Shocks is in the final slot. Anybody else stand out to y'all for Premier?
Who has enough starts to make it?
I think the only three who are eligible with starts wise is Yoshi 1724, who's obviously we know how good he was in Heat 5 with play racing. B13 and Chastained.
I mean, no, Shocks. Okay, I got a question. Will Shocks qualify for the playoffs?
Yes, he needs one start Monday night to be over 60.
Well,
into lock in.
That puts him in. So if Shocks is in, who's on the cutoff line right now? Who gets out?
Well, he's 16th right now.
Okay.
He's 16th. So if anybody from the outside wins, he would be on the out.
I currently do not see anyone on the outside that I could see realistically win, but the best chance out of them, based off of what Super Speedways, it's anyone's game, I would say B13 has the best chance. And if Chastain shows up, I think he'll be there. I think Chastain actually, when he runs, he's solid. It's just, will he show up? I think he's missed a few weeks. I think he missed last week.
3 in a row. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem. He hasn't shown up for the last 3 weeks, so we don't know. We'll see though.
Agreed. Hendrik, you have anybody from the Premier side of things between those three who can do it? I think B13 is the leading candidate there. He's done it before, if I'm not mistaken. We were at Daytona season finale, I think at least 2 seasons ago, and he won it to get himself into a playoff or something similar situation. Do you have anybody else that stands out?
The only other person that I think would be eligible would be the Reagan boy, but
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be him. I mean, it would 90% likely be B13 of the group.
Yeah, agreed. For NXT, I think the main candidate right now, you have D-Main, Master Killer, pretty much it is eligible. That's the only two that's really eligible because I'm not eligible to advance. AMC sadly will not make it because he won't miss the threshold. He won last week, but he won't make the start threshold. But I think it's Master Killer. I think Master Killer's the leading candidate there. He can obviously get that victory if he's the leading. I think he can knock out the 16th seed, and currently the 16th seed is Dusty. So what else do you see? Do you see anybody on that list? It's only MK and D-Main are the only really two options who can get into the playoffs.
What about
based
Ain't
on
Right?
starts? Oh, Ain't Right too. That's
Ain't
right. Ain't
Right,
Right's
yeah.
too. Yeah. Ain't Right's another one I forgot. With how many things does he have?
He's got
that's
12
right.
starts.
Yeah, he got 12. Yeah, so he can be two. So what do y'all think about them three?
I would probably, well, I mean, Master Killer did put up a good run last week from what I heard, top 10. But Ain't Right could definitely be a good sleeper pick this week.
True, very true, very true. With trucks, this is the
dang.
interesting. Go ahead, go ahead. You got one?
I was gonna go. I think if we have to pick out of those guys, I would go with. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with D-Man. I'll go with Surpriser.
Okay. Yeah,
I feel like he'll
anybody
do
can win it.
solid.
Daytona. Anybody can do it. It's possible
Yeah.
anybody can do it. So it's like nobody's a wrong pick here.
These
But with
starts,
go
the
ahead.
start requirement really minimizes the surprises though, because we only get like 3 or 4 options, which, yeah.
A little
Makes it
bit.
hard,
You don't
man.
want, you don't want people to show up like 7 weeks into the year and get that win and then knock somebody's out there who's been in the whole season. So that's the only way. That's the only reason why we have those type of issues. And then people move up to Premier or move down to NX or move down to trucks or something like that, which costs people starts in the rest of the standings. But trucks will move on. This could be the roulette wheel
Interesting one.
of
Yes.
interesting one. Georgia Dog
And
clearly can do it. Rocky Top clearly can do it. Cowboy Tech clearly can do it. Biscuit clearly can do it. There's so many drivers in outside the truck series who can do it off of getting their victory and not going to say his name. He drives I don't know what number he is now, a 67 truck. He can do it too. Not going to say his name. You can say his name, Bren. I'm not going to say it.
Well, he's
you mean that
ineligible.
guy?
Is he eligible? I thought he had enough starts by subs.
No, it says
Is he
he only has
eligible?
6.
6?
I don't know
Okay,
who it
he's not
is.
eligible then. Go Dogs. I was talking about Go Dogs.
Oh, that guy. Why are you trying to make me say his name when you know I'm friends with Camo?
That's true. But yeah, you got and Biscuit. Not Biscuit. Biscuit's one of them too as well. But Pure Splash has to get that last start. If he doesn't show up Saturday, that moves the cut line back to 16. If he makes the race, it moves the cut line to that 15 spot, and 16 doesn't make the playoffs. So, because he's outside the top, as he's outside the top 16 in points, he still has to get that one race start to get in advance. So it's gonna be very interesting to watch on Saturday if he doesn't get that final start. But gonna be very interesting. Anybody can do it though. Trevi, Biscuit, Cowboy Tech, Rocky Top, Georgia. Do y'all got to pick between those couple drivers, those 4 or 5 drivers?
I'm actually. I'm gonna go look at the list again because I feel like
I'm
there's.
going to say this. I think Georgia would definitely be a smart pick, at least to make the playoffs, and this is not a biased pick. But I would go a little bit deeper down the point standings and look below Pure Splash. Because M.
Jennings
Jennings.
is interesting.
True. M. Jennings. There you go. Yeah. Classic. M. Jennings pick. I could see that. I could definitely see that. The Truck Series is the one to watch this week when it comes to points battling. It's the one to watch. But 15th through 17th is like separated by like 4 points, 5 points, and any point's gonna matter. The stages, any points, winning the race is gonna matter if you're outside the top 16. It's going to be a wild, wild race for that Truck Series late Saturday night. It's going to be very entertaining to watch. Anybody in the top 8, top 6 in points right now is pretty much sitting pretty. That includes Hendrick up there, sitting in that number 1 position, points wise, looking pretty with 37 points. So he basically pretty much locked up the regular season championship. Just has to get probably 5 stage points maybe to officially lock it up. And there's no like gaining it because max is 50 points wise, and was who's second? Duprime second in points. So Duprime would have to sweep all the stages, and then you have finish outside but top like 24th position. So you're not even sure if 24 trucks are going to show up for a Daytona race, so you don't know. So yeah, pretty much locked up in my honest opinion. So it's
someone,
go ahead.
I wanted to say this. If Wizard actually makes it, he also has a chance to like
True.
be in the playoffs. So if he can win at Daytona, so it's gonna be
It's
we're gonna have
wild.
like 7 cars, at least
SP too.
10.
Yep.
Oh yeah, SP. Yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the fun race of the weekend, to be honest. And that's probably the most interesting because there's only 10 cars that make it in that field instead of the usual 16.
Very
So
true.
that
Very true.
that's definitely gonna be the one I'm gonna be watching.
Yep, it's
Wanna
gonna
see all
be
my
very
drivers make the
entertaining in my
playoffs.
opinion. It's gonna be very, very entertaining.
Tech
It's
needs to
gonna be a
win.
fun week. And we'll move on. Let's get these picks in. Daytona. What to expect now? We have the draft package. We have 1 minute, and it's fixed from our testing. That's what we talked about. I know some drivers have been able to do other leagues and other testing for drafting practice and seeing what you got and seeing what you can bring. We'll see what happens. Grab boy package is still going to be in effect. See if that helps the long run and catching a pack and all that kind of good stuff. But we'll start. I'll start with you, Bren. You're week before that you won. You won the week before. So I'll start with you. Who's going to win Trucks Daytona?
Trucks. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that I think Stein. I know. I'm sorry about that. I know what happened before this podcast. That was kind of funny. But we kind of did get testing on the Cup cars. So at Talladega, at least, for Cup, it's kind of like Heat 5. You can lay the bumper and not have any consequences. So you just bump draft a ton. So that is something to keep in mind. It'll probably be a little different at Daytona. But for my picks this week, I'm gonna rock trucks. Yes, this is trucks picks. This is not whatever I mentioned. I'm gonna go with Holy as my main pick.
Okay.
He's actually pretty well known on super speedways. He's really solid. He knows when to make the moves, and I feel like in the truck field, he'll know when to push and when to go. And then my dark horse, I'm really hoping he pulls through this week because I want all my guys making the playoffs, and I feel like he can do it. I'm going with Cowboy Tech. It's my dark horse. I'm hoping he pulls the aggressive card. I know he's run well on super series in the past, so I expect him to be aggressive. He can push. He can follow behind. Needs to be on that hammer this weekend because there's no other chance. This is his opportunity to make the playoffs. So Cowboy Tech is my dark horse.
Very true. Hendrick, how about you? Who's your Daytona?
Well, I'll start by saying my dark horse.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on ahead and pick Georgia. You
Okay.
know,
Hold on.
obvious.
Pause.
Go ahead, sir.
Pause. Audio.
Who's audio?
Stream.
Let me know when it's fixed.
Hello?
Hello.
Test.
It sounds better. Okay.
Hello. Mic check. 1, 2.
Do we repeat our stuff or do we I mean,
No, I'll
I don't
repeat
really
it.
want.
I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it.
Yeah, you'll repeat it. Yeah.
Much better now. Much better now. All right,
Okay.
perfect.
Cool.
All right. So Bren picked Holy and Cowboy Tech for his truck picks, and now Hendrick has picked Dark Horse Georgia Dog for his Dark Horse pick. Now Hendrick, who is your main pick for Trucks Daytona?
My main pick. Thinking about it more and more, I am going to pick Pumps this week.
Okay.
I know that's a boring pick. You know, we want to go with people who haven't won, but you know, there's a couple big battles that's going on in the point standings right now, and one of those is the battle for second in points. Pumps could easily jump past Juice and Do if he has a good week. Reason why I say that's significant is because you get more playoff points if you're in the top 5, but more specifically, if you get within the top 3. He's 4th right now, so I think he wins this week, and I think he at least leapfrogs one of the 2 ahead of him right now in Juice and Do.
Okay, I like that pick. No boring picks. I'm gonna go. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Hendrick to get that monkey off his back and solidify his regular season and get that first victory with the help. I know he has help from the Holy and Georgia Dog and a whole bunch of people. I think he can finally get it done. And my dark horse is going to be my dark horse. I'm gonna pick. Oh, this is tough. Dark horse is tough for this because I'm gonna go Rocky Top as my dark horse because I think he can get it done as the person outside looking in. I think he would be a good what's it called? It's all about you close your audio now, Mr. Producer. Who is the producer pick this week for Trucks Daytona?
Give me 1 second here. Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second.
Yep, no problem.
Let's see. Always got to go double check the roster just to be sure I don't see someone out of pocket. I'm gonna say Sam.
Holy?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Holy is his pick. All right. Let's go towards NXT Daytona. I'll start with Hendrick this time. Hendrick, who is your number 1 pick for NXT Daytona?
Feel like this kind of got spoiled already, so I'll just pick Iron Man as the main one. Yeah, third in points. He's won these races in the Premier Series before. It wouldn't shock me if he gets it done for NXT. So that's my primary pick. And then my dark horse pick, looking down the field, just go on ahead and get me. Who finished higher between these 2 last week? Just making sure first. Give me Master Killer. He did have a great run last week at Martinsville, like I mentioned. He got top 8. I think he can follow it up this week and compete for a win. If he does get that win, that changes a lot of things for guys like Dusty and T-Stone.
Agreed. Iron Man and Master Killer's name side by side is really creepy. Really interesting. So that's very interesting. Brandon, I'll go with you next. Who is your number for NXT Daytona?
I'm gonna go with someone that I believe is really solid at Super Speedways. I'm going with Lost.
Okay.
He has chemistry with a lot of guys in that field, and I think he'll be able to work with him. And then my dark horse, I think he's considered a dark horse because in NXT he's currently 16th in points. I'm going with Dusty Stud. Has
Okay.
really shown a lot in Premier lately, so I think it'll translate to Sunday night as well. Think he'll keep himself out of trouble, have a chance at the end for it.
That's very nice. Very nice to pick. Mine pick. I'm gonna go Mr. Impact for my main pick. I think he has the strategies locked in. I think he has the respect locked in to get that Daytona victory. And then my dark horse is gonna be his his buddy Leppy. And I think Leppy can get it done as well. And get that solidify his playoff effort. How about you, Mr. Insolvable? Who do you have for your pick for NXT?
You know, I'm gonna go with Tate ahead. I think he can work his way up through the field.
Damn.
Okay, damn. Okay, shots fired. But okay.
Oh man, that's
That's a
funny.
good pick. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. All right, let's go to premiere now. Daytona, the big one, the regular season finale. I'll leave it all on the table here. The last race until the playoffs. Bren, I will start with you. Who's going to win Daytona regular season finale for premiere?
Now, I really hope this does happen.
Okay.
Okay, so my pick for this week, securing the regular season championship and also getting, what would it be? His fourth win of the regular season. I'm going with Sterlo as my main pick. I think he
Okay.
gets it done, secures his regular season championship. That absolutely, I don't know what it gets him. I guess some money. And then
Yeah,
I'm
something
gonna
else.
go with my dark horse will be this week. You know what? I'm going with somebody who Stein talks very highly about and he really praises him a lot. I'm going with Welp Dang. He gets a
Okay.
lot of praise from Stein. He is also a really good driver, but he is on controller. That's his only downfall. And he might be on wheel. I don't really know, and he doesn't really care. I think he'll run solid. He'll have a shot. Those are my two picks.
Okay. All right, Hendrik, how about you? Who's your picks for Premier Daytona?
Yeah, fuck controllers. My primary pick this week. Go on ahead and get me Cobra. Top 3 in
Oh, that's a good
points without a
one.
win yet.
Yep.
It's about time that he finally gets a win this season.
Okay, I like
So
that pick.
I'll say he
I like
gets
that
it.
pick.
And then my dark horse pick. I know this is where I could say someone that is below the cut line, but I'm going to say the guy that's just above it. Give me Shocks. I
Oh,
think
that's
he
a
has a
good
good
one.
run on Monday night.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna go. Cobra was a great pick. I was gonna take it too. Um, I'm gonna go Spartan for my main pick. I think he has the team behind him to get it done. And he can certainly get it done on these plate tracks. He loves that high lane. He's especially with the grab boy package, especially back to this drafting style draft package that we have. I think he can really move through the field when he needs to. We saw it in the practice testing race we did. He moved through the field very easily, and those were Xfinity cars. So I'm interested to see what he does in these Cup cars. I really think he can do it. And my dark horse, I'm gonna go a little crazy here. I'm gonna go B13 has a chance at this dark horse. I think he look outside looking in. Crazy, he might try something crazy, fuel mileage, some crazy strategy. Who knows? You never know. And I think he can do it, get it done. How about you, Mr. Ensemble? Who's our final pick for Daytona Premiere regular season finale?
I mean, me, of course. I only needed one lap of fuel to win it last time. No, I'm just
That's
playing.
fair point.
I'm
Fair
gonna
point.
say you, Mitz, if you actually try. I think
Oh,
you actually
I'm
got a
not
chance
trying.
to win.
Don't pick me. No, don't pick me. I can only be picked in trucks.
Oh, come on, man. No, I'm gonna say
not
me.
going for it.
I was
Okay.
one lap short of winning it last time.
It's awful.
If I didn't have to
Okay.
go into the pits, probably would have won it.
Okay. All right. All right. Good call. Good. Okay. All right. I wanted to end tonight's podcast with a little tampering period preview. Not really a preview because they can't really announce it. But what I'm gonna Hendrick and Bren, give me one rumor. Doesn't have to be a real rumor. Doesn't have to be just a one that you can see happening. That's gonna happen in the next couple weeks. That would shock the rest of the server. Give me just one rumor with the tampering period opening up. What's one rumor that's gonna happen? Brent, I'll start with you.
Oh man. I know that some team is gonna target some really good NXT drivers. I know some. All I know is that something's gonna happen with teams. I know there's gonna be some teams new, some teams old, and
Mhm.
there might be NXT guys moving up soon. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's a guarantee. Yeah, that's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee, but
That's
in
a
general,
guarantee.
I
Oh.
mean, there's gonna be guys that are gonna be looked at as
What's
premier guys.
What about a crazy rumor? What's one crazy thing that you could see? Oh wow, that's a change. Like I'll give you an example, like a crazy outside the rumor, like Valley Racing to ILM type of rumor. What's one
Um,
rumor that you could see happening? Stein to certain team, like Cobra starts his own team. What's one crazy rumor?
I could see. No, who's the top guy right now? I could see. No, I can't name. I could see like an top NXT guy maybe leaving ILM soon and then going to a team. I could see that in the
Okay,
future.
okay, all right.
Like a guy who's been ILM his whole career could maybe leave and try to start in Premier. Because ILM
Okay,
has a really good roster at the moment. They might not switch it up. I could
okay.
see that eventually if he gets
All
tired of
right,
NXT.
all right, Hendrik. What's yours? You have one?
Well, Brent's was kind of broad,
Yeah.
so I
Exactly.
guess
I
it
I
kind
can't
of
exactly speak on it. He posted.
I have
eases
one. I
my
can't wait.
thoughts a bit on it.
I can't wait for mine. I can't wait for mine. I hope everybody's watching because I can't wait for mine.
If anything, I am going to say I think Pumps gets at least a jump up from Trucks. Could be NXT, could be Premier. That if that's like a driver specific thing. But I think looking at, if we want to talk about a wild Premier rumor, I'm gonna say at least one past champion will go to a new team next season.
Okay, okay. You want to hear my rumor? You want to hear what's gonna shock the server? My rumor is Brent's gonna get fired from HVM, get replaced by somebody, then go win a championship for the other team he drives for.
I heard there's a new team showing up that's gonna be picking a few drivers up. I'll just leave it at that.
I've heard rumors. I've heard rumors about other teams.
Mhm.
There's teams being picked up, truck teams being informed. It's gonna be very interesting. The tampering period is it's another part, another social thing, another get to know each other, get to talking about contracts and talking about future cars and what the wildness that it can bring. Now we're going into another season on NASCAR 25, so you know where people are good at, where your team lacks, all this different stuff. It's gonna be very entertaining. We'll keep you up to date on any interesting things. I know podcast questions will keep us locked in on some rumors going on, some announcements. I know contract extension announcements can happen next week, so we'll find out where people are staying and not going anywhere type stuff. So it can be very, very entertaining. And we'll talk more about the Daytona and who's in the playoffs, and then we'll preview the All-Star
Top
race,
8.
and we'll preview that top that wild card race for a truck series next week, as it'll only be the only playoff race we have next weekend. So it's gonna be very, very fun to watch. So keep it tuned in. We'll be back next week, next Thursday, 9:15 Eastern. Unless Bren tries to run another league race that we don't know about till 15 minutes before the
Yeah,
podcast.
I didn't know either. And I just I didn't know either. I was like, fuck it. Oh, and then I remembered, oh wait, I have a podcast. Let me
Oh.
leave like at 9:15.
Yeah, sure.
I totally forgot. I'm like,
but-
oh shit.
But yep, shout out Solable for I know we had some technical difficulties tonight, but no worries. Solable, appreciate you for the help. Hendrik, thank you for being here, and Bren, appreciate you. And we'll see y'all next week. Over and out.